All right, welcome to the Spotlight. This is Fourth Down Magazine's weekly fireside chat with the movers and shakers on the field in the Mid-Penn Conference. I'm Andy Shay. I'm your moderator. Joining us this week, he wears number 9 for the Trinity Shamrocks, or the T-Rocks as they're better known. He's listed at 6'1", 185 pounds. He's a junior wide receiver, running back, and linebacker. Please welcome Max Schlager to the Spotlight this week. Max. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. How you doing?
Doing well. Thank you for having me.
Okay, just to let you know, this is how it'll work. I'll have a chat with Max, we'll ask some questions about the T-Rocks, who, by the way, are 3-1 and have back-to-back convincing victories. Then at the end, Max, we're going to put you on the Spotlight hot seat for a few short answers to close out. So before we get started with Max, let me throw some of his numbers at you in 4 games. He's got 25 carries for 154 yards and a touchdown. He averages a tidy 6.2 yards per carry. He's tied for the team lead with 4 catches, along with 3 of his teammates, who also have 4 catches, because in 4 games, Trinity's completed only 20 passes. From his linebacker spot on defense, he has 21 tackles, including 8 solo and a tackle for a loss. For the record, Trinity's defense, they've surrendered only 43 points in 4 games this season. All right, Max, let's talk about you guys in the T-Rocks. Let's get going. You guys were 0-7 last year, right? It was a difficult year on many fronts for everybody. But I mean, when you go over, that's tough. Plus, you guys lost, the last 3 games in 2019, and you came into this. So they made a coaching change. So, and hello, what a coaching splash hire they made with Jordan Hill. Anyway, From your perspective and seat, Max, what struck you as the 1 or 2 differences that you've seen so far that are most noticeable as you guys are transitioning with your new coaching staff?
I'd have to say the attitude of the team is just completely different. My freshman year, it was, kind of there. My sophomore year, the year we went 0-7, the attitude just got worse and worse. There was, no hope among any of the team whenever anything went bad. This year it's been complete since the jump.
High school football, I just want to ask you this real quick as a quick follow-up. There is an X's and O's and an element of, how much talent you have, et cetera, but sort of the continuity and how you come together week to week as a team, I don't think people realize that might be 75 or 80% of what happens to some teams during the season. Am I wrong?
No, not at all. I mean, it's huge, that part of the game.
Is there anything like technically or like, how you guys practiced or how you approach things? Was there anything different that you noticed about that? Did they bring a new offensive scheme or anything like that to the table?
A little bit. Yeah, we've had some new schemes put in. Obviously the, particulars with the plays and stuff, the routes are different and the defenses. I think with practices and stuff, I think we're more efficient.
Right.
Our coaches are, really good at giving us feedback. We have 17 coaches, or I believe 17 coaches. So
yes, I do know.
You have a lot of guys.
Huge staff.
Yeah.
A lot of ex-rollers out there too. You might notice. Hey, the one thing is, I just want to ask you. And I wasn't going to ask this because I didn't have it, as a question. But I've known Jordan a really long time. Obviously, I covered him, and I covered Steel High, and I've known Jordan for a long, long time. I've never seen him yell or raise his voice. Does he or does he not?
Not virtually none of the time.
Right.
There have been a couple moments, like 2 or 3 tops.
When when he's angry, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like he's screaming at the top of his lungs, but when he's when he's angry. So, all right, thanks. That's enough talking about the coaches and stuff. Let's talk about you guys and more about you guys in this year and you. So I want to talk about how you fit in this offense. I mean, technically they say you're a wide receiver, but you get the ball both catching and running. I'm guessing you're more in the slot or you're getting stuff on jet sweeps. But do you line up in the backfield any, or do you line up all over the place? Sort of tell me how you get all the touches that you're getting and averaging.
Yeah, I line up in the slot when I'm out. And I'll be in the backfield. We have a 1-back set and a 2-back set where
nice. I love 2-back sets.
Yeah, and it's just me out there. Yeah, so I do I guess it's pretty even, both running back and slot receiver.
So when you guys came into the season, you were dragging a 10-game losing streak as a squad, as a program. And the expectations, generally speaking, they were pretty low, right?
Yeah.
Then you went out and you trucked alone. Then you had a COVID week and you were off again. Then you lost to Upper Dauphin. There's nothing like a little dose of football reality. I guess
Yeah.
I'm kind of saying is, what the heck happened after you took the week off? Was it truly like we got a little big for our britches a little too quick there?
I certainly there was a little bit of that. Just, hey, we beat Delone, I think we got in our heads about that.
Yep.
First game, it had been 10 games since we had won, anything at all.
Exactly.
So it was a big change, and we were like, oh, look at us. And then we didn't play York Catholic, which definitely hurt.
Yeah.
It's just less football that you get to play out on Friday night. And then I think going into Upper Dauphin, I think, we kind of misread the film a little bit and thought that we were just going to go in there and, be able to do whatever we wanted. And we were not able to do whatever we wanted. I was pretty certain. And just other than that, just mistakes with,
right.
Certain gap assignments on defense, not making tackles, running the wrong routes, little things that can be fixed, but definitely hurt us a lot when they added up.
So you guys rebounded. You've had 2 nice wins. You put a ton of points up on the board, but you guys know as well as everybody else, there's bigger tests coming, right? It starts this week. Boiling Springs is on deck. Then you get Steel High. There might be a little juice in that game considering your coaching staff. Big Spring they are no joke this year. But your defense has been rock solid all season, and it's going to be tested in different ways going forward. But what do you see and know about your defense that make you optimistic for the matchups that you have coming up, considering some of the opponents that you're going to face?
I'd say we've got a lot of hard-hitting guys who are willing to stick their head in there, at any point in the game.
Right.
A lot of smart football players and obviously coaches that are able to put us in the right position. But yeah, I think we got a lot of guys that are willing to do, whatever it takes and tough it out no matter what happens.
So Max, who's got the best nickname on your squad? Who's the guy with the best nickname? Oh,
I wish I could tell you the nickname that I'm thinking of, but sadly I cannot.
Remember, you can't. Right. Remember, I'm going to ask you to reveal this. So,
yep.
Who's got the best nickname that you can tell us?
I guess I have to go with I guess King Carr 54 is a good one. One of our guys, Michael Carr, is number 55, and it used to be his Instagram name or something when he was really younger. So, he smiles when we say it, but I don't know if he, likes it all that much.
Why is this team better in 2020 or 2021 than you were at any point in 2020? Because it's not like you've had a ton of roster turnover football wise. I know you've talked about the, coming together and attitude. What is it football wise that has made you guys better this year so far?
No, we've had a couple of guys come in here and there, but like you said, not a lot.
Right. You haven't had a ton of roster turnover from last year.
I guess I'd have to say, just the positions that were put in, and again, go back to, the attitude that we have about it. We go into every game thinking that, if we do our jobs, we can win. And I think that's had a huge impact on what we've been able to do.
So Boiling Springs this week, they're pretty comfortable and confident in who they are and what they're doing. Give me one key for you guys this week that you're talking about. No game planning or any of that stuff, because I don't want Coach Hill getting mad at me and yelling at me, even though he doesn't yell. But just give me what you think is a key for you guys going into this week.
Do your job. It's as simple as that. It's, it's a wing T offense.
Right.
It's not, particularly complicated. They show you what they're going to do. So at the end of the day, we all know what our responsibilities are. If you just do your job and you do it well, we can get it done.
Yeah, the wing T is kind of crazy. If you can get on top of it defensively, you kind of can get rolling downhill. But if it gets on top of you, and you're kind of caught going, am I zigging or zagging?
Yeah.
It'll run you over like a truck, like no other offense. It's just this. That's the crazy thing about it.
Mhm.
So give me the player on your team whose name isn't well known, not one of the guys just getting touchdowns or stars or, the guy catching the passes or rolling up the yards. Give me the guy who's doing everything you guys need sort of under the radar. Give me that one name guy. This is my last question.
Um, I'd have to say, we've got a lot of guys who are doing their jobs really well, but one name that comes to mind is Jason Weaver. He's one of our inside linebackers, and he is everywhere at all times. He's always in the backfield. He's making plays, making big plays, stopping people. So I'd have to say Jason. He's made a pretty big impact this year.
All right, Max. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to put you on the spotlight hot seat before we let you go. Are you ready?
I am.
Cake or pie?
Cake, 100%.
The last streaming series you watch or are currently watching?
Last streaming series. I don't watch a lot of TV. I think the last one I watched was like the first season of Outer Banks, forever ago.
Excellent. College football on Saturday or NFL football on Sunday? Which one?
NFL on Sunday. So I like to beat my friends in fantasy.
Nice.
The only reason.
Your favorite high school football uniform and helmet combination that is not yours. Whose do you like? And yours are sweet, by the way. The white helmets are just
I do like ours.
I do like yours a lot too.
Manheim. I like Manheim Township's like their camo. I think
Nice.
Manheim Township. I like the camo that they wear.
All right, finally, Max, what is your go-to order at Sheetz? Give it to us.
I think I get like cheesesteak and strawberry banana smoothie with protein.
With protein.
With protein, always.
All right, there you have it. Thank you very much. Thanks so much for your time, Max. We really appreciate it. Good luck to you and the T-Rocks moving forward. Stay healthy and play well against the Bubblers this week.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, that was Max Schlager joining us on the Spotlight. Make sure to check out all of our high school football content on fourthdownmagazine.com. Follow along on our social media or check out our YouTube page. For Adam Behind the Curtain, I'm your moderator, Andy Shay. See ya.